Hello, everybody. My name is Alexis, and I'm the sports coordinator here for Provo City, and I'm the one that is over the adult softball league. And we're going to go over a few things I think are important for you to know regarding this year's season. So, first off, quick scores. This is our main page where you're going to view the schedule and how to upload a digital waiver. So you're going to go to quickscores.com/Provo, and then once you get type in that, you'll get here, and then you'll scroll to the bottom, find softball, adult softball, and then this is your main page here on everything that you basically need to know regarding the rules, player code of conduct, and then this is also at the very bottom is where the schedule will be posted. The schedule will be posted the latest by Thursday by 5 o'clock. And then I will send an email out regarding that the schedule is out, but you can plan for that as well. So just a few things I want to go over. The first one being the player code of conduct. This is essentially rules that we have that each player needs to follow to not get suspended. So if you commit some physical and verbal abuse to one of our spectators, players, staff, you can receive a 2-week suspension, probation, permanent probation, whatever the case may be. It just kind of depends on what is broken. But please refer to this because we want everybody to have good sportsmanship so that we have a good season. And then it's just fun for everyone. Okay, going back to here, we're going to touch base on some rules. I'm going to skim over some of them, so please come back and reread these. I'm just going to go over the ones that I feel like are important. So with that being said, your roster can have a size of 12 to 30 players, maximum of 12. I recommend having 12 because then at least gives you some subs, but then you can still get playing time. All of our games will be held at Footprinter Park, and games will start at 6:30 p.m. and they'll be every hour. So 6:30 till 9:30 will be the last one. You will be required to complete a waiver, and that will all be done on Quick Scores. We will not have paper copies, so you have to do everything online before your first game. If you do not complete your waiver on Quick Scores by your first game, your team will forfeit. So we will also be sending an instruction or at least something that you can kind of get an idea of how that needs to be done, but that is something that needs to get taken care of. Okay. Once your player has signed the roster, if they want to play in the tournament, they need to play at least 2 regular season games to be eligible to play in the tournament. Also, your players may need to show picture ID before every game or at least before the tournament. So just please be aware of that. We already went over the code of conduct, so please pay attention to that as well. Numbers. You are required to have a number on the back of your uniform or t-shirt. We just ask that they are not taped. So if that means spray painting, you iron on a shirt or a marker, that's totally fine. But you need to make sure that you have a jersey on the back, and this will help us to keep track of the players and make sure that people are following the rules by staying in their assigned lineup. Okay, you can have cleats, just no metals. You can have rubbers or turf, but just no metal cleats. Your youngest player can be 16 years of age. And then you will be required to have a lineup by the start of your game, and you need to have your first and last name on that lineup card, and then you were to turn it into the crow's nest on the field, and then give it to that scorekeeper on that field you are assigned to. Okay. If you have any children in the dugout, we ask that you take them out. It's just more of a safety concern. We don't want any kid to run out there or whatever reason get hit by a ball. So please have them outside the dugout. If there ever is a rainout game where you're unsure if the games will be canceled due to rain, we do have a hotline number, which is this here. And you can call that number, and it will just kind of give you an update if games will be playing or if they will be canceled or any other information regarding the games. Okay, just a few rules. So you can have up to 15 players in your lineup and have free substitutions on the field. But the batting order, or when you have a substitution, they can play anywhere on the field, but the batting order must remain the same. So only in co-ed leagues, there will be 1 legal foul ball allowed on the second strike. Bats must have the USSSA thumbprint stamp on it. This is a new rule that we have added, and this is again is just for safety, and it is regarding the pitchers need to wear a face mask or a helmet face mask just to protect themselves on the mound. We encourage them to also wear shin guards and other chest protection, but it's just encouraged, not required. Okay, the home run rule will be one up. So basically, you may only hit one home run than the other team. So if Team A hits a home run, then Team B now is allowed to hit one home run to even it out, or two home runs to be one up. All other home runs are considered outs. A home team may go one up after the team has expired or the time has expired or in the bottom of the seventh inning to win the game. When a home run is a hit, you do not have to advance to the next base. So you can just go right back to the dugout. Okay, you can have a courtesy runner, and it's just one substitute per gender. So females need to run for females and males need to run for males. Okay, we do have a run rule, so which is 20 after 3, 15 after 4, and 10 after 5. This will apply in all leagues. We are doing a flip-flop rule, so by the end of the second inning, if the home team is down by 20 runs, then we will flip flop, so meaning the guests will now be the home team and the home team will now be the guests. Okay, so the pitching arch is 6 to 12 feet off the ground. And then we will have a rubber mat in the batter's box to help with the umpires to call pitching, to call with strikes and balls. We will provide balls for you, but if you hit a home run, you are responsible to get that back. Okay, game time. So team captain representative must fill out a lineup card to complete their name 5 minutes before the game starts. The game clock will start when the game clock is supposed to happen, even if the lineup cards are not turned in. The game will consist of 15 minutes of a running clock or 7 innings, and no new inning will start after the 15 minutes. Okay, if we ever have a tie, we will go to one extra inning of an international tiebreaker, meaning there will be someone on second base. But we will just go one extra inning, and games are allowed to remain in a tie. Okay, this year we are starting games at 6:30 p.m. So we should be done by 10:30. So if whatever reason we do get close to the 11 o'clock curfew, because that's when lights need to be out, if the game is ended before or after that, we will revert to the last inning or revert to the last complete inning, and that will be the final score of that game. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that, but that's just something to be aware of. Okay, so if your team is running late or you're going to forfeit, basically we'll ask the opposing team if they want to wait to see if you guys will have enough players. They will automatically become the home team if choosing to wait, and then we'll give you approximately 10 minutes after game time to allow your team to arrive. You can have a minimum of 8 players to play. Anything less than that will result in a forfeit. We ask that you guys communicate with us if your team is not going to make it so we can notify our staff and then the opposing team. If you forfeit more than one time, we're going to have to reevaluate your circumstance and potentially have to remove you from the team or the league. Okay, tournament rules. So if you played with us in the spring season, we had a coin flip to determine who was home and away. That is no longer a rule here. Basically, whatever the schedule says, like team A is the home and then team B is away, that is how you'll know who starts in the field and who hits first. The only time we will do a coin flip is in the tournament regarding the loser's bracket. That is the only time we will do a coin flip, and the if game as well, if it happens where the undefeated team gets beat out by the loser's bracket. But in the tournament, we will have whoever is the higher seed in the winner's bracket will automatically be the home team. Okay, and then for the championship game, we will go a full 7 innings, and then if necessary, the game will be timed. Okay, here are just a few phone numbers if you have any questions regarding our recreation department and then the rain out hotline. Okay, these are just a few things regarding the co-ed. Males will be hitting a 12-inch ball, and the women will be using 11-inch ball. I think you can have up to 15 batters. And then when you are batting, you need to go every other. So female male or male female just has to be consistent. You can have female female back to back, but you cannot have male male back to back. You can play with 5 men or 4 women, but however, the 5th woman's spot on the lineup will be an automatic out. But overall, you need to have more females than males. If a male walks, they automatically get to go to second, and then the woman behind him will be allowed to walk, automatically go to first base, or they can hit if whatever they decide to choose. In co-ed as well, we have a safety base, a commitment line. Basically, that is between home and third. Basically, once you pass that safety line coming from third to home, you have to continue going to home, and there will be a line next to home base that you have to cross instead of touching home plate. So if you touch home plate, you will be out. You need to go across that safety line to be safe. And then the home run rule still applies to the co-ed as well. Okay, one last thing. So those are all the rules. I encourage you guys to go back there. But again, with the rosters, there is a tutorial video here that you can refer to. I recommend starting at 3 minutes and 55 or 56 seconds. That will just kind of give you a better overall understanding of what needs to be done. And again, the schedule will be posted down here with game time starting at 6:30. And then the schedule should be posted by Thursday, the latest. And then again, if you guys have any questions, you guys can email or give me a call. And thank you very much and have a good luck this season.